Good morning. I'm down here. You can't see me? Hi! What's going on? So, any guesses on what this is? Okay, we're getting into such a great time of the year. Harvest time, where you're getting so much good local produce and spices. Got the answer yet? I bet you don't, because I came in here and I had no idea. This is ginger, because we're at the Canadian Ginger Company in the metropolis of Fisherville. Here with Cindy. Hello, Cindy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Fisherville, what county are we in?
Haldeman County.
Haldeman County.
Yes.
We did go through Fisherville, and we did quite enjoy it.
Yes.
How did we get to this point to have your own Canadian Ginger Company?
Well, it's kind of a little bit of a long story.
Yeah.
When Ron and I we bought this place in 2007, I believe. Most of it was tomato production at that time.
Because you do other things
Yeah.
in here, as you see. There's a bunch of, it's a beautiful space in the greenhouse here.
Yeah, we do quite a bit of different vegetables. And then probably about close to 10 years ago, I started having some rare symptoms and ended up getting diagnosed with an autoimmune condition. I was using a lot of ginger in my own treatment protocol, and so we just started growing it.
Because how rare is it to grow it here in our climate?
Very rare. This is a tropical crop that does not survive in our climate at all. So that's why we have to grow it in a greenhouse. And we start this crop in early January.
Early January, like the peak of winter.
Yeah.
What's the temp in the greenhouse in Jan?
We germinate our seed, our root seed, in a hot box to get it going. But the temperature here in January in the greenhouse is probably only around 21, 22 degrees.
Because the ginger itself, like any of the stalk, you don't use any of that. Is it discarded?
For the most part, it is. We do have some people who use it for flavoring, and the leaves can be used for a tea as well.
And how are we doing? Like, how's this season been as far as the look of it?
It's pretty good. We've had bigger, hotter seasons. The hotter it is, the more growth we get.
How tall we talking about here, Cindy?
It has gotten to about 7 feet tall.
7. So like a real hot, sticky, because it hasn't been that hot.
No,
but we're
it's been
talking
a
up here.
cool, rainy summer.
But then does that affect the actual ginger root itself, the size of the stalk?
Yeah, so the more foliage we have, the more photosynthesis we have, the bigger the root grows.
Okay, so then we're selling this locally.
Yes.
Okay, because this is actually the packaging that comes out of the ginger that you have.
Yeah.
And it looks different than the ginger like this.
Yeah.
That we would know that we find in the stores.
Right.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
This is a little tease so people stick around. And why is it different? But where can people get your ginger?
That ginger you can get through 100 Kilometer Foods right now.
Okay.
It's currently at the Grove in Niagara-on-the-Lake and Peconified Foods in Dundas.
Okay.
And our online store is open now as well. And at CanadianGingerCompany.com. Right. And also it will be going into Longo's in the GTA the week of August 30th.
That's exciting. All right, I'm going to disappear into the ginger like Ray Kinsella did in the Field of Dreams. We'll come back with the Canadian Ginger Company on Morning Live. I'm melting! I'm melting! I have to make sure you do this kind of gingerly. Yep. Kickstart the puns. Welcome back to the Canadian Ginger Company in Fisherville. That is what ginger looks like. Crazy. Back here with Cindy. Okay, that's it there. So that was planted when?
That was planted in January.
Well, how do you like it? Does it look good? You happy with the crop?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's been really.
So the next step is cleaning it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have to wash it and rinse it off. Which we have some right here.
Yeah, pull those clean ones out. Let's see. Yep. Look at the color. Isn't that amazing? Okay.
So that's why it's called fresh pink ginger or baby ginger, because it's just a younger version of what you normally find as fresh ginger. Well, this is what we know.
This is what we see. I've been eating a lot more gingers because I like to put them in my curries, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So what is the difference
So
between
that-
this and this?
So that's what's called, they call that fresh ginger. This is what we call fresh ginger. So that is a cured product. It's grown longer than this, and it's left out to dry to cure. That gives it the shelf life and able to ship it long distances, because all of this comes from tropical climates. A lot of it comes from China and Peru.
Gotcha.
And Jamaica.
You're growing it in your greenhouse.
Yes, yes.
In Ontario.
Also, this has to be peeled in order to be used.
Oh, okay.
So this doesn't have to be peeled, our fresh pink ginger.
And how come it doesn't have to be peeled? Because
Because it doesn't have that hard skin on the outside from curing.
so that's it there. And then there's like, I don't know, it's harder to grade.
Yes, yeah. So if we even break this apart, you can see the fibers in there. Where ours here, when you cut it, it's almost like cutting into garlic or a new potato. There's no fiber in there. So it's really easy to grate.
Use the whole thing.
Yeah, you just use the whole thing.
What about the taste?
The taste?
Can I taste it?
Yeah, absolutely. Here, I'll give you a small sliver.
What are you getting different between the two?
To me, it has more of a floral note to it. It still has a bite.
Oh wow, that pops.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've made candy ginger with it, and it's
Have
really.
you? Woo, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really good. Okay.
Do you have any sinus issues?
I was gonna say that cold and flu season, like.
Yeah. Ginger's very good medicinally for you.
Okay. Woo! It's kicking. It's gives you a kick. Okay, so how much do we have here, Cindy?
We have 4,000 square feet here.
4,000 square feet. And so the difference, you can find this in some select stores. Go to your website, which is?
CanadianGinger.com.
And if you're looking for it, it's not going to be in the same area as this.
No, it will be in the refrigerated section of the vegetable area, because it does have to be refrigerated.
Hey, who's this good-looking fella right here? Who's that?
That would be my husband, Ron.
Okay, well, let's take a break, and I think Shy Ron might need to make an appearance, because ginger is not the only thing you're doing. Let's get into turmeric when we come back to the Canadian Ginger Company in Fisherville on Morning Live. Give me another little piece of that. So I always love a good pun, a good banner. You have to be careful when you're talking about melons, though. So I'll let you come up with them yourself. Hey, Cindy, you got one too.
I do.
Okay, is this one ready yet?
That one is not ready yet.
How do you know when it's ready?
Well, it's your typical look of a cantaloupe, right? So it's more of yellow. Even when these ones are even younger, they're smooth. So there's a little one right here.
Right there.
Right, so it's not even, they're very smooth, and then they start to get the typical telltale cracking signs, and when it gets a little bit yellow.
Okay, let's kind of regroup here, because if you're just kind of tuning in, you're just like, where are you, Tim? Growing melons? What? They're in the tropics? No, we're in Fisherville, which is Haldimand County. This is Cindy, and her family run this business. There's Ron. Hey, Ron, we haven't seen Ron yet. Hello, Ron. You grow a number of things, but what we've been highlighting today is the Canadian Ginger Company, because we've been talking, you have ginger all over here.
That's right.
And then what is this?
This is turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yes.
It looks, I don't know, I have like this banana tree at home. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
Again, another tropical plant that doesn't grow here.
It does not grow here natively. It is
right.
Native to the tropics. So again, we have to grow it in a greenhouse situation in order to have the longer growing season.
Can we harvest any of it? Can we see it?
Sure.
Ron, can you pull any out for us here? Because what's the difference between growing ginger and turmeric?
What we've learned so far, because this is relatively new to us, is that turmeric takes a lot longer of a growing time than ginger. So we don't grow very much turmeric right now. We're trying to get the grow time on it. And so you get less of a product under the bottom.
Because ginger would be more popular than turmeric. Like, where are you using turmeric?
Turmeric is used a lot for anti-inflammatory. So most of the time you're going to see it in a turmeric capsule than you would or turmeric powder a lot in curries. It's used, but you don't often see a fresh turmeric root. So what we have done in the past with ours is dried it and powdered it.
Like that's it here, right in there?
And then these ones,
these guys here?
they're a little bit behind.
They're a little bit behind, so maybe we put, like, still kind of coming along. Have you had many cameras in here? Like,
No, you're actually the first camera that's been in here.
oh, Keith, so privileged, eh, buddy? Look at us. Why is that?
Well, it took us quite a while to figure out how to grow this. So
People were quite interested in how you were doing it?
Yes. And it took us 5 years to get to this point of being able to grow enough to sell.
Right.
So we kind of wanted to keep it a little bit under our hat for the time being.
Well, let's wrap up this segment because we want to get it, like, this all kind of started with like some health concerns that you had and
Yes.
implementing ginger into your diet and how important that has become.
That's right.
Like tea.
That's right.
Okay. We have a little spot of tea. How about we make some tea and we'll get into kind of some of the recipes that you can use. Once again, here's the fresh ginger. That's what it looks like. Go to the website, which is
CanadianGinger.com.
and you can find out where you can find this ginger, because again, it looks a lot different than the ginger that you're used to, and it will be in the fridge. It won't be sitting out with this stuff too. And also, if you wanted melons or things like that, they have a roadside stand, which
Yes.
is extremely popular. So the address is on the bottom of the screen. Fisherville, the metropolis of Fisherville, baby. Yeah, let's pour it. Would you like a spot of tea? How about that, huh? With a little bit of ginger in it, because we're the Canadian Ginger Company. Here, Haldeman County, Fisherville, back with Cindy and the whole gang, because you love ginger in your tea, because this stems back from health issues that you had many years ago and how we're here today.
Exactly.
Okay, so why is ginger so good for us in our diets?
Ginger is anti-inflammatory. It has antioxidants in it and is extremely good for your digestive health.
Digestive health. So
Yes.
what else do you have in here?
I have a little bit of cinnamon in there,
Okay.
and that's an organic white tea bag.
Okay, now, do you need could you just make it with, let's say, cinnamon and ginger?
Yep, you absolutely could.
Okay, you have yours. We've been steeping
Oh, thank you.
steeping ours a little bit. So the difference you're going to get in the ginger that we're making here, again, here's the difference that we're seeing, right? Keith, right down here that we've been showing. This is the ginger that they're growing compared to the ginger that you would get in any tropical destination, right? But will you taste that in the tea too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, right? And it's nice to have that little bit of cinnamon there too, right? Okay. What else are you doing with it?
I put it in a lot of my baking. It's easy, as we were speaking before, that it's easy to grate because it doesn't have the fiber.
Yeah, can we show that again, just in case anybody did miss it? Because the fibers in that one, you have to take that peel off.
Yeah, you have to peel it, and you can see the fibers.
Whereas that one doesn't have it at all.
And this one is more like cutting into a potato or a piece of garlic.
So obviously fantastic in curries and the stuff that we would normally use. But
Yes.
you actually have some juice.
Yes, I make cucumber ginger juice and quite frequently because it's really good to get some easy nutrition into you.
You have 3 teenagers.
I do.
Their names are?
Ian and Tommy and Ava.
Right. And they work on the farm with you guys?
They do.
They love it.
They don't like it, but they do work very hard.
Well, I'm a farm kid.
Yeah.
Right? And look at me now. Woo! Look at the workout.
I'm a farm kid too, and
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay,
like it
where
either.
did you where did you
I'm from Delhi originally. I
Okay.
grew up on a tobacco farm.
Right? And Ron?
And Ron is from the Niagara area, and he also grew up on a
Nice.
farm.
Okay. Ooh, what do we this looks healthy.
This is cucumber ginger juice.
Cucumber ginger juice. I'm just kidding.
It's spicy.
I'm just kidding.
Not as spicy as
No, not as
eating
spicy. Not as spicy as it
eating the ginger
tastes healthy though. How often would you drink that?
daily.
So one of these a
Yeah.
day. Right? You
Yeah.
can put it in a shake too, I guess.
You
Right?
absolutely-
You juice this.
You could absolutely put ginger in your smoothies in the morning. It would be great for
Right, just a
digestive
little-
health.
just a little
Yep.
bit of something
yep,
too.
just like a thumb size.
Well, I know too with like restaurants starting to come back, that's big for you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like getting ginger back on menus, but you can be getting this ginger not in your roadside stand, but in various locations in and around the area. Just head to your website CanadianGingerCompany.com,
Yep.
and they'll be listed on there.
Yes.
What's the future hold? Just keep growing ginger and
Yeah, you know what, we always have new ideas.
yeah.
Our latest thing is starting a vineyard.
Okay, there
yeah.
you go.
So that's our latest venture.
Keith, we're coming back. Really great. Very nice to meet you.
Nice
Thanks
to meet
for
you
thanks
too.
for doing this, and it's in Fisherville. So maybe we'll go party in Fisherville on our way back.
Yeah.
Way back to Hamilton. Cheers. Cheers.